What's up? Vincent Valentine EX Turk with the news! Just kidding. This is going to be a Star Wars Rogue One review. I just went to the theater. And if anyone who saw my Snapchat, I went to the Cinemark Merriam to go see Star Wars Rogue One. And I gotta say, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I think, okay, first of all, it's just as good as what the reviews say about it being just as good as Empire Strikes Back. Now, if you're a fan of the original trilogy, if you're a fan of the original trilogy, you're going to love this movie. Even though it does not actually follow the chronological thing, it's still canon, thanks to Disney. Now, I've heard mixed reviews. I went and checked it out, and I got to say, I came out with a different expectation and review than everybody else has. Like, I like this movie, for real. I mean, yes, it's not like any traditional Star Wars movie. You're not going to see very much lightsabers. This will be a spoiler review, so before I continue, I'm going to give you 2 minutes leave. Okay, I'm done looking at my Darth Vader rolly. You've been warned. Okay, you were able to click off. Now, the only lightsaber thing that's happened in the movie was Darth Vader was a beast. I mean, he didn't do no Dynasty Warrior stuff or he took out everybody, but he was still badass and took out 5 guys all at once. Force choke, lightsaber, and that's at the end. Now let's start from the beginning. Yes, it was kind of slow, just to let you know, but it had the story flowed really well. Like, it gave Jyn Erso a reason why to join the rebels. Of course, what it is, she had a conflict inside of herself because some of the rebels weren't doing exactly what's right, and that's because, one was sent to kill her father, the person who pretty much designed the plans to the Death Star. Now, I used to think that the Death Star was an accidental weakness when they had that one hole, but no, it was Jyn Erso's dad actually put that hole on purpose, so it gave the Rebel Alliance the chance to fight back. Since he designed the weapon, it makes sense, and it fits in real well. It fits into if you watch Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, it fits it from that to A New Hope. So you got Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, Star Wars Rogue One, and then it begins the original trilogy. Now, what I'm impressed with is the CGI. Now, I'm a big fanboy of General Tarkin. If you don't know this, as a Star Wars fan, I'm a big fan of General Tarkin. They got the CGI looking like it was actually him. At first, I thought they hired some new actor. At first, it kind of looked different. He looked kind of different, so I thought they hired some new actor to play Tarkin. But I guess if they didn't have this technology to, recreate someone beyond, the grave and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure that they would have got some actor to play General Tarkin and do it very well. But I like the CGI better because it's like they mapped his entire original 70s version of General Tarkin. It was the same one in A New Hope movie and did it really well. I couldn't even tell the difference, to be honest. I really thought there was just a new actor who looks awfully like him. I really did know. Seriously, I was convinced. And then later on, when you have Princess Leia, after they delivered the Death Star plans, that was actually a CGI version of younger Carrie Fisher for and A New Hope. I'm like, damn, I don't even know what to say. The visuals were tied on. Now I could tell Leia was a little bit CGI. You could tell instantly just by looking at her. But General Tarkin later on in the movie, you could not tell that this dude was complete CGI. You could not tell. Like, you think this is a new actor. Okay, now I'm done talking about the actors. The plot was well done. Now, I haven't read any of the Rogue One novels or any of that stuff material for Rogue One, so I never would assume all the cast members of, all the Rogue One members died, but they all did. And again, I'll say it again, this is a spoiler review. I mean, I'm going to put it in the YouTube, I'm going to even put it in the YouTube title. You know, I always do that all the time. If you don't want to watch these spoilers again, don't watch any of my movie reviews because I'm going to come in full force on the way I seen it. I'm not here to baby people who haven't seen it. But people who don't care about spoilers, just keep watching this video. But you know, yes, the whole entire Rogue One squadron dies. But the whole purpose was for them, from what I know in the movie, was to get the Death Star plans from because Jyn Erso's dad gave a message to Jyn Erso to get the Death Star plan, and she did, and she got transferred all the way to the Rebel Alliance. I'm trying to think, carrier. And that's why you see at the end, Darth Vader got that lightsaber action. And dude, even just for like 3 minutes. This is only 3 minutes of Darth Vader being a badass. He fought like he fought like Anakin Skywalker when he was Anakin Skywalker fighting Obi-Wan. Well, it was still Darth Vader, but you know, when he didn't have the armor, he fought like he did in Episode 3. I don't know who played the physical actor. I know who played the voice actor. It was James Earl Jones, but whoever played the physical actor, the one that goes into the suit, whole props, like really, really good props. But no, he fought like Anakin Skywalker. I was like, yeah, that's the Vader I remember from the Darth Vader comics. Yeah, the Darth Vader has Marvel comics and Darth Vader series. I would check that stuff. I would check that shit out right away. It's it's enough to make me. I don't even know, man. It's just got my attention. That's all I gotta say. But so yeah, the Darth Vader comics, he was like badass and doing like Dynasty Warrior shit. But nonetheless, nonetheless, it was only 3 minutes. So if you're a fan of the original trilogy, or if you're a fan of Darth Vader, this is the movie you have to see. You have to pay yourself a ticket. I wouldn't even watch this video. I would go buy yourself a ticket and see it. I don't care if you see it on less resolution screen or if you don't do the XD or the IMAX or whatever not. I don't care how you see Rogue One. You gotta see Rogue One. It's just that amazing. So man, I had to give it a 10 out of 10. I have to. I just have to give it a 10 out of 10. Even though I didn't go too much in depth, I guess I kind of held back a little bit on spoilers. Well, we already know from the beginning that, I just said that the whole entire Rogue One squadron dies. But, they die giving the plans to the Rebel Alliance. And, that ends it. And what's so cool about it, when younger Carrie Fisher CGI gets the plans, she has like smile. If you watch Star Wars Episode 4 or its original the title, Star Wars A New Hope, it makes so much sense. I think this tied Episode 3, even though this is like a few years later after Episode 3, obviously. But it ties Episode 3 with Episode 4 really good. Yes, George Lucas is not involved in this, but, well, I'm gonna let the fans in the comments, fight it out for once. But, dude, I was blown back by the amazing story. It started out slow, but it got progressively way better. I gotta say, this ties with Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Like, for real. This ties with it. Like, for new Star Wars movies, this is actually worth picking up. And especially if you already have the original trilogy on Blu-ray, the complete saga, from the prequels and the sequels, you might want to watch the sequels first to make sense. And then after the sequels, put in Rogue Squadron Blu-ray DVD when it comes out. And then put in the... no, not the sequels. Sorry. The prequels. You want to watch the prequels first. And then you will put Rogue Squadron DVD Blu-ray when it comes out. Then the original trilogy. And Episode 7. And bam. It'll play out fantastic. But no, nonetheless, they're actually going to make a Han Solo movie very soon. I don't know when that's going to happen. I mean, they said it's in works. They're trying to resurrect the Boba Fett movie, but I kind of have no faith in the Boba Fett movie. I don't think it's going to happen. It's just like what Marvel did with Gambit, What Marvel did with Gambit, they just closed down completely. I've learned something that a movie based on a character sometimes don't work out very well. But it's just always been like that. But that's not the point. The point is, was it good? It was. I see it a third time. Yeah, I would. I would. I would. Would I buy the Blu-ray DVD? Hell yeah, I would. But no, that's not the point. The point I'm trying to say is that this makes, for a new movie, it makes sense and it ties well with the original trilogy. It really does. You cannot call yourself an original trilogy fan and not watch Star Wars Rogue One. It does not happen. Not in this lifetime, not in the next lifetime, not in limbo, not in hell, not in heaven. You get the point. The point is, if you're a truly original Star or trilogy fan, this is a movie you have to see. You do have to. It brings back the old Star Wars trilogy, like the CGI of the characters, that were played back in the 70s. Very well done. The stunts were good. I liked all the characters. I kind of got a little bit attached. I got attached to that one blind guy, Jyn Erso, obviously because she's the main character, but and I think his name's Saris or something like that. The black guy played by Forrest Whitaker. That he's also in the Clone Wars too. If you actually watch the Clone Wars TV show, it's the 3D animation one. I'd go check that out too, because if you check out Star Wars Rebels and Clone Wars, it plays well with this stuff. Like, Disney's trying to make all their stuff fit now. Any novels released after the Battle of Yavin, I'm sorry to say, it's no longer canon. It's legend, so you might as well not just read those books outside of it, but, I did enough bantering. I don't really do enough. I don't do Star Wars bantering. I made this a gaming and Final Fantasy channel, but I do movie reviews. If you ever seen my other movie reviews, you'll understand I do movie reviews once I go to it because, well, it's just something to add on to expand my fan base a little bit. And that's what I really want to do. I want to expand my horizons and go beyond what I already know. It's just how I run my channel like a business, and I want to get all demographics as much as possible. But no, this is a good movie. I have to check this. I demand that you check this out. Like, seriously, this is actually worth the ticket and stuff like that. I even bought a Star Wars cup home, even though it's not the hard glass ones, not glass ones, but plastic ones like the other ones. This movie is worth checking out, especially if you're an original trilogy fan or a Darth Vader fan. You're gonna really actually enjoy Star Wars Rogue One. It blows out anything that I've seen all year. Like, of course, I haven't seen a lot of movies all year. I missed out on Doctor Strange, which I'm gonna go back and watch, and I missed out on Final Fantasy 15 King's Glaive. Of course, now the DVD's out, I don't have to worry about that. But nonetheless, it is actually worth. Like I said, if you only can see one movie a month and a year, then that's the one you should see. Is Star Wars Rogue One. Leave me in the comments of what you thought about the movie or something like that, or what fan theories you got of Star Wars, or any Star Wars novel recommendations. I'd appreciate those too. And I'm running a little bit over time since I'm under the 15 mark, but may the crystal be with you, or should I say, may the force be with you. And have a nice day.